right, Dollar and Sewer, folks. This can be the one to determine the first series of the day. Unitas White has looked to be firmly in the lead, but Unitas Blue has already shown us they can go for these aggressive all-ins and potentially bring this all the way to a Game 5.
Here we go. Can Unitas White close it out 3-1 and say good night to Unitas Blue and send them packing all the way back home? Only one loss separates that for Unitas Blue. The stress is at its highest. They need to play perfectly. They need to calculate the all-in and catch Unitas White off guard while their defense is down.
Yeah, Hazita Jones, I think he needs to do a really good job denying Yoski and CMD, allowing Aiden and Shadow to play really aggressive if they do go for that all-in, but they're going after Yoski. I don't know if I necessarily like this, but we'll see what they can get done. Yoski hovering around 60% health, but with no crowd control and oxygen whatsoever, that damage is going to be completely mitigated.
All right, Yosk jumping into battle stance. CMD setting him up so excellently with polymorphs on Shadow. Josito on the run, but the Gladiator's Maledict is absorbing a ton of healing. Yosk is getting perfect uptime right now on that Blade Storm, moving over to disrupt the counterattack with a double intimidating shout. Yosk is absolutely playing insane here in game number 4 on match point. You can tell that he wants it.
Yeah, that's going to be the ultimate sacrifice coming in from Shadow. Josito barely holds onto that ice block. Luckily, the Cauterize didn't rock, but this is a similar story. Unitas White just seems to be in the driver's seat in this matchup. Unitas Blue, they have to figure out something. This is match point. They could be eliminated from this tournament right here, right now. Polymorph onto Shadow. Does he have the Divine Shield? It is going to be the Cauterize and the ice block.
They're going all in.
Cooldowns overlapped here by Unitas.
They're going all in.
But they're going after Oxygen. Can they take him down? It's the Barkskin. Oxygen has to survive. Maledict lands, soaking up some of this healing, but it looks like Unitas White, they realize the situation, and Oxygen manages to hold on.
All right, Oxygen has no Barkskin. If they can switch to him again and crowd control CMD and Yosk, remove their support, Unitas Blue could take this to a game number 5. They have Vendetta to work with. Can they get it? Oxygen gets stunned up. If Aiden can get there, he's not able to. CMD is disrupting him. He shout steps over there, switching targets actually, going after CMD, trying to catch Unitas White off guard, but Iron Bark will be activated. Oxygen is looking like he's going to stabilize CMD, and that was the last major threat from Unitas Blue. That was Aiden's Vendetta. They're only going to get an Iron Bark. They're incredibly far behind at this point. If we see some Cyclones from Oxygen as we saw on Hook Point, it's going to be the end of BlizzCon for Unitas Blue.
Yeah, Unitas Blue, things are falling apart. Unfortunately, the last setup, the Ring of Frost missed, and that allowed Oxygen to allow CMD to hold on to his ice block. Full polymorph now onto Shadow. Hazita Jones, he realizes he's in so much trouble crossing the map. Dragon's Breath onto Yoski, just really trying to control up the game, but unfortunately, Unitas Blue is the team that needs to play aggressive in this matchup. If Unitas White can keep denying, keep slowing down the game, that's their win condition.
All right, Josita Jones trying to take a pause and buy some time for his team. They still have a lot of mana in the bank. They could heal this game for some time if Josita wants to focus on defense, try and reorganize themselves for another attack. They still have that opening that Zico pointed out with double Relentless. This means that Yosk and Oxygen cannot choose to escape crowd control immediately, which is perfect for Unitas Blue to exploit. Shadow has to Divine Shield out of Polymorph, but it may not even be enough. Josita Jones holds on by a thread. BlizzCon holds on by a thread. Blessing of Sacrifice available for Shadow just in the nick of time as they set up for damage on Yosk. In this attempt, they do manage to at least pull Iron Bark from Oxygen. They're managing to get something for their efforts, but they fall further behind.
Yeah, Unitas Blue, I mean, they use the combustion there. It just feels like they can't get anything going. Oxygen's positioning just makes it really difficult right now for Hazita Jones. Unitas White riding that momentum. Hazita Jones getting lower. Any crowd control on Shadow will close out the game.
That's it!
And there's the full polymorph. Unitas White looking to send Unitas Blue home. Hazita Jones barely holding on. Good evasive maneuvers. Gladiator's Medallion, a full blind on Oxygen. Yoski also getting low, but Hazita Jones, he's just running so scared. The full blind lands. Yoski manages to stay alive a little bit longer. Dive with the sword. Can Unitas Blue reverse this game?
No way. No way. Absolutely no way. Unitas Blue, but Josita, he's still low. Temporal Shield about to tick away. Shadow is still bashed. CMD's trying to play for the kill in a 2 versus 3. Aiden stalls it out. Absolutely unbelievable. We're going to game 5 between the sister Unitas teams.
Unitas Blue is not going to let go that easily. We're going all the way to game 5. BlizzCon, make some noise for both of these squads. Fantastic series so far. I think time and time again, we keep saying that Unitas White appears to be in the driver's seat, but Unitas Blue is coming in with surprise after surprise.
Yeah, absolutely. And I gotta give a shout out to Aiden. Here, right here, look at that. for sure Rosita Jones is dead, but he comes out with the blind onto Oxygen, he comes out with the kidney onto Yoski, the kick over onto CMD, shuts down that whole CZ chain, and there Yoski actually preemptively war banners that sap. That's why it's such a short duration, and he uses his die by the sword. He thinks he's fine, he plays aggressive, and then instead he goes down for it. Even though he did a beautiful war banner there, it's not enough. He should have respected it, go maybe line of sighted a little bit there, wasn't enough, and instead he goes down and pays the price.
He still favored Unitas White though in the series, right? Like if you had to make a prediction right now, then Ricky, you'd probably side with them?
I don't know. I really feel like if Unitas Blue, they played a little bit more conservatively. I mean, we talked about an all-in strategy from them, and you definitely can play that way as Rogue Mage Paladin, but you can also kind of play a little bit more passive, just rely on the, you know, you do goes basically with just the Hammer of Justice, the Rogue crowd control, the blind, the sap, and if Rosita Jones can just survive, eventually the Rogue can really tear in, and it can be difficult for Yoski to get aggressive, especially if he's being constantly dragged behind the pillar. All it takes is one kidney shot with the Kleptomania spell steal, and then all of a sudden Yoski's in a lot of trouble, and that's what we saw.
All right, well, I'm excited to actually figure out who's going to be able to take this one. We're going to go to a quick break, though, let the players get ready, and then we'll jump back into our game number 5 and see who is going to be the first team to get sent home at BlizzCon.